Take you up north to Bellingham now. Going to be a beautiful shot. Look at that. Oh, it's going to be a nice toasty weekend before we eventually start to cool back down. Let's get to meteorologist Adam Claibon and find out when that's going to be.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's heading out on the boat right there, getting ready to enjoy their evening. It's been hot here recently, and it's been a long stretch of 80s. We've been talking about it all week about if we were going to get to the record mark of consecutive days in the 80s, and today we did that. 15 days now, that ties us here for the records back in 2015 and 1977. We're going to get more into that here in just a bit, but it's been dry recently and a lot more sunshine to come too. We're going to get some more 80s ahead, including tomorrow, as it looks like we're going to start off with some of those clouds in the morning and then get up to around more of those low to mid 80s. But again, it's going to be dry still. So we do have latest drought monitor showing where we did have some spreading of some of that severe drought across the eastern slopes of the Cascades. And really what we were keeping an eye out for yesterday when those storms were coming through, if we were going to see any additional fires flare up. And we did have one up this way across the North Cascades. Just something to keep in mind if you're going to be heading up this way around the Easy Pass trailhead, that we do have a new fire that was created there by a lightning strike. Hopefully things will be able to be held together and held in shape there with that fire, and we won't be seeing that spreading too much. As far as highs today, back in the low to mid 80s again, 60s out towards the coast, a much cooler air mass out there. And then tonight's lows, we're going to drop those numbers down into the 50s, even low 50s down around Olympia and in Puyallup. Then as we head into the day tomorrow, 80s around Cedro-Woolley. Will be in the 70s up this way around Anacortes, Friday Harbor, Blaine up to 73. A few 80s up down this way across Snohomish County for Marysville and Den Everett, 83 in Monroe. But we're definitely going to see a lot more of the 80s farther south here for parts of King County. Issaquah up to 84, 83 in Maple Valley. Des Moines up to 82, and it looks like we'll top off at about 83 in Renton. Over towards the Kitsap Peninsula, Bremerton up to 84 degrees. We'll see the same down this way across parts of Pierce and also into Thurston counties. So we're going to top off in the 80s tomorrow. Then the next couple of days, check that out, more 80s, even hotter 80s on the way, with hottest day coming in on Saturday. So we'll look at your forecast here into the weekend. We're going to see more of this stretch of 80s that we've been seeing, which now is at 15 days, and we're going to make it looks like 18 straight days, with Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all expected to be in the 80-degree territory. But you can see not quite as warm on Sunday as we start to peel those temperatures back a little bit, and heading into Monday, we got some changes on the way. We're going to see temperatures fall back, possibly back into the 70s for those afternoon highs. All of that due in part because of that area of low pressure that's going to start to scoot its way closer to the Pacific Northwest. When you see the brighter colors, the oranges, some of the yellow starting to pop up there, even when you get some of those greens to show up, that means that air mass is not going to be quite as warm as what we've been dealing with here recently, especially what you're seeing farther south and east across the country. So that's going to move on in. That's going to cool us down as we head on into more of your Monday, and it looks like we'll start up a new streak of 70s this go around, heading into Tuesday, 76, more upper 70s for Wednesday and Thursday.